There are some things in tech that feel like they were meant to happen, like your Bluetooth suddenly disconnecting during a Zoom call, or your phone dying at 3% even though it swore it had more juice left. But today, we're talking about something that feels less like a glitz and more like the future, the iPhone Fold. Yep, you heard that right. Apple foldable phone. It's not a rumor anymore, folks. It is happening. And based on what we know so far, this thing's gonna be wild. So buckle up, because I'm breaking down 10 brand new leaks that make this upcoming iPhone Fold sound kinda amazing. Let's go. Leak number 1. Apple's not doing the flip phone thing like the Z Flip or the Moto Razr. Nope. Word on the street is that the iPhone Fold is going full Samsung Z Fold style. That means it opens like a book and then turns into a mini tablet. Think iPhone on the outside and iPad mini on the inside. That is right. You'll be scrolling Instagram and editing videos on the same dang screen. The rumor mill also hints at Apple refining the fold mechanism with better durability and a less noticeable or maybe totally invisible crease. Like, imagine the elegance of a MacBook hinge but for a phone. Now that is smooth. Leak number 2. So when the phone is closed, there will be a screen on the outside, about 5.5 inches. Pretty normal, right? But once you open that bad boy, boom, you're hit with a 7.8 inch inside screen. That is basically an iPad mini in your pocket. And the leaks say the crease in the middle is barely visible, almost invisible. Invisible, let's say that. Apple's using some metal under the OLED panel to flatten things out. So hopefully, it doesn't look like someone folded your screen in a panic attack. And let's be real here. If any company is gonna make folding screens feel less like plastic origami and more like a luxury device, it is definitely Apple. Now leak number 3. One leak said this foldable iPhone might only be 4.8mm thick when it's opened. That is thinner than your grandma's patience for slow Wi-Fi. So when it's folded up, it's still supposed to be thinner than the latest Samsung foldables. We are talking razor thin levels, which is wild when you consider how many parts Apple's cramming in there. And get this, some early CAD drawings suggest the bezels are nearly non-existent. That means S2S display heaven. Leak number 4. Apple's hinge is made of titanium and liquid metal. Yes, like that weird science experiment they probably did in some secret underground lab. The main goal is durability, so it doesn't get wobbly or crunchy after a few months. And guess what? That same hinge might help with better water resistance. Take note, Samsung. Reports also suggest the hinge allows for multiple angles of folding, kinda like a laptop. So you could prop it up and binge watch Netflix without needing a kickstand. Leak number 5. Unlike some foldables that sacrifice cameras to save space, Apple's reportedly putting dual 48 megapixel cameras on the back of the iPhone Fold, one wide and one ultra wide. And it'll have a front camera on the outer screen and one on the inside, maybe even under the display, like hidden, like secret agent stuff. Say goodbye to the notches and hello to full screen video calls. And if Apple brings over that computational photography magic from the iPhone 16 Pro lineup, Chef's kiss. Leak number 6. This might be a bit controversial, but Apple could drop Face ID from the foldable iPhone. Apparently, they are running out of space inside the device, so instead, we might get a Touch ID sensor on the power button, like the iPad Air and Mini. Is it ideal? Maybe not. But you won't be awkwardly taking off your mask at the grocery store anymore. So maybe it's a win-win. Although a few reports are hinting at under-display Face ID eventually making a comeback. Apple might be holding that ace for the second gen foldable. Leak number 7. The iPhone Fold will need a big battery to power that giant screen, and Apple's reportedly using high-density battery tech to do it. Combine that with their usual chip efficiency and OLED magic, and you're probably looking at a full day's battery life, maybe even more. Plus, the software will auto-adjust the brightness and refresh rates depending on how you're using it. Smart. Some leaks also suggest it could be rocking an A19 or even an M series chip variant, just like the iPad, optimized for multitasking and AI performance. That means zero lag and all-day power. Leak number 8, and brace yourself for this one. This thing is expected to cost over $2,000 or maybe even more. Yup, $2,000. That's like 4 Apple Watches or 3 kidneys on Craigslist. But to be fair, Apple's going all out here. Premium materials, custom hardware, and new display tech don't come cheap. If you want to flex on your friends, better start saving now. But hey, it'll probably be the smoothest flex in your life. Leak number 9. Analysts and insiders say the iPhone Fold will likely drop in 2026. That sounds far. But Apple's reportedly already doing test production with Foxconn. They are definitely not rushing this. They want to get it perfect. And with Samsung on their 5th generation foldables, Apple's gonna want to do a leapfrog, not catch up. So yes, 2026 is the goal. But with how Apple rolls, don't be surprised if we see a teaser or concept by late 2025. And finally, leak number 10. And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, yes, Apple is working on a foldable iPad 2. Not like a regular iPad, we are talking 18-inch to 20-inch foldable monsters that could double up as a laptop. With rumors of under-display Face ID and carbon fiber kickstands, these are shaping up to be the MacBook but bendy kind of devices. Some insiders say we might see them as early as 2027. Mark Gurman even hinted that this could be the future of the iPad Pro lineup. Imagine that. And here are some bonus leaks. Apple's not just folding screens, they are folding the iOS software too. iOS 27 and beyond is expected to have multitasking tools, specifically for foldables, like dual app views, app continuity between screens, and maybe even floating windows. This is the kind of polish only Apple can pull off. And if you're worried about bugs or lags, don't. Apple's notoriously known for holding back hardware until the software experience is buttery smooth. Now look, I'm not stupid. I know foldables aren't for everybody. Some folks still prefer good old slabs, and some people think foldables are just a gimmick. But here is the thing. Apple really jumps into new product categories unless they are serious. And if all these leaks are real, they are very serious. This isn't just going to be a cute little experiment. This is going to be the most premium, most refined foldable experience out there. A flex, literally and metaphorically. Apple's not the first, but they are planning to be the best like always. From the titanium hinge to the dual display magic to the software polish, they are aiming for the crown. So yes, the iPhone Fold is real, and based on what we know so far, it is shaping up to be kind of amazing. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll need to go sell a kidney and my PS5 so I can afford this thing when it drops. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.